Welcome to Mars Weather, where we start by checking in on the surface rovers before diving into the three-sol forecast. Perseverance operates at Jezero Crater, and on Sol 1955 of the mission it drove 9.4 meters, bringing its total odometer to 44.98 kilometers, with that update already 5 days old. Today's climatological model estimates for the site show a high of minus 22 degrees, a low of minus 75 degrees. Winds at 79 kilometers per hour, pressure at 7.6 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.97. Curiosity operates at Gale Crater, and on Sol 4994 of the mission it drove 32.0 meters, bringing its total odometer to 38.12 kilometers, with that update already 2 days old. Today's climatological model estimates for the site show a high of minus 27 degrees, a low of minus 73 degrees. Winds at 49 kilometers per hour, pressure at 8.8 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.79. Curiosity provides this Molly photo from Sol 4995 of the mission. Rome was last confirmed at Utopia Planitia, and the last published traverse record puts it at 1.92 kilometers in total on Sol 347 of the mission. Today's climatological model estimates for the site show a high of minus 41 degrees, a low of minus 76 degrees, winds at 103 kilometers per hour, pressure at 8.9 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 1.23. InSight's mission ended at Elysium Planitia, and this is a stationary lander that never drove, so it has no traverse distance and no odometer at all. Today's climatological model estimates for the site show a high of minus 27 degrees, a low of minus 72 degrees, winds at 40 kilometers per hour, pressure at 7.7 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.98. Sol 635 brings daytime highs averaging minus 30 degrees, with the warmest reading of minus 21 at Olympus Mons. Very dusty skies dominate, with dust optical depth peaking at 1.23 at the Rome site. Winds reach up to 103 kilometers per hour at the Rome site. Overnight lows average minus 77 degrees, dipping to minus 98 at Olympus Mons. Temperatures remain deeply cold with slight warming then cooling, while dust haze stays persistent and winds stay strong across all later sols. At the Rome site on Sol 635, pressure is 7.6 millibars, visibility is 3 kilometers, and water vapor is 9.8 micrometers. The 5-sol trend shows temperatures holding steady around minus 30 degrees, with dust optical depth gradually decreasing. We now turn to the crossings of Phobos and Deimos across the disk of Mars. The first Phobos crossing of Mars runs from 8:33 in the morning to 9:24 in the morning in Los Angeles, from 11:33 in the morning to 12:24 in the afternoon in New York, and from 4:33 in the afternoon to 5:24 in the afternoon in London, as Mars is above the horizon in those cities, with Phobos traversing the apparent disk of Mars for 51 minutes. The first Deimos crossing of Mars takes place between 12:58 in the afternoon and 1:48 in the afternoon in Los Angeles, and between 3:58 in the afternoon and 4:48 in the afternoon in New York, where Mars is above the horizon, while Mars is below the horizon in London, as Deimos moves across the apparent disk of Mars for 50 minutes. The second Phobos crossing of Mars takes place as Mars is below the horizon in Los Angeles, New York, and London, with Phobos traversing the apparent disk of Mars for 51 minutes. The third Phobos crossing of Mars occurs between 2:52 in the morning and 3:43 in the morning in New York, and between 7:52 in the morning and 8:43 in the morning in London, as Mars is above the horizon there, while Mars is below the horizon in Los Angeles, with Phobos crossing the apparent disk of Mars for 51 minutes. Mars is currently in the constellation Gemini. For observers in New York, Mars rises at 1:52 in the morning and sets at 4:53 in the afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to Mars Weather. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next time.